Throughout history, the greatest minds have understood that true power does not come from status, wealth, or influence. It comes from the ability to govern one's own mind. The Stoic philosophers of ancient Greece and Rome dedicated their lives to this idea. They observed that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can always control how we respond. For them, mastery over emotion, desire, and fear was the highest form of strength. In a world driven by impulse and distraction, their wisdom remains more relevant than ever. Epictetus taught that discipline is freedom. Seneca warned that time, once wasted, can never be regained. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, reminded himself each morning that the world owes him nothing. These teachings were not theories, they were practices for daily life. And today, their lessons can help us build the same inner resilience, clarity, and strength that shaped the greatest minds in history. The foundation of Stoic philosophy begins with a simple realization: most of what happens in life is beyond our control. We cannot dictate how others act, how the world changes, or what fate brings our way. But we can control our thoughts, our actions, and our choices in response. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle transforms frustration into focus. Instead of wasting energy resisting the inevitable, the Stoic learns to redirect attention toward what can be shaped: their attitude, effort, and discipline. In doing so, they gain a quiet strength, untouched by external chaos. Acceptance is not weakness, it's wisdom. The moment we stop fighting reality, we begin to move with it, and that is where true freedom begins, within the boundaries of our own control. To the Stoics, freedom was not about doing whatever one wants, it was about no longer being enslaved by impulses and emotions. A disciplined mind acts with reason, not reaction. Seneca taught that without discipline, even the most intelligent person becomes a servant to their desires. Every small act of self-control, waking early, working with focus, speaking with intention, strengthens inner power. Discipline creates consistency, and consistency builds character. In modern life, we often confuse comfort with peace, but comfort breeds weakness. Real peace is earned through order, structure, and effort. The Stoics' calm is not born from ease, but from mastery. When you learn to rule your own habits, emotions, and thoughts, no one else can rule you. Discipline, therefore, is not restriction, it is liberation. The one who controls himself is, in truth, the only one who is truly free. The Stoics believe that emotions are not enemies, they are signals. But when left unchecked, they can become storms that destroy reason. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. To master emotion does not mean to suppress it, it means to understand it before reacting. Anger, fear, and envy arise when the mind mistakes temporary feelings for permanent truths. A Stoic pauses before speaking, reflects before judging, and acts only after reason has returned. This calmness is not coldness, it is control. In mastering emotion, you create space between impulse and action, where wisdom resides. Modern life rewards reaction, but true power lies in restraint. When emotion no longer commands you, every challenge becomes a test of clarity, and clarity, not chaos, defines the strong mind. The Stoics measured success not by applause, wealth, or recognition, but by virtue. To them, virtue meant living in alignment with wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control. Seneca wrote, "No man is truly good who seeks fame." External approval is fleeting, what endures is integrity. When your actions are guided by principle, not perception, you remain unshaken by praise or criticism. In a world driven by comparison, the Stoic path is radical. It teaches you to seek excellence for its own sake. You work hard not to impress others, but to refine yourself. Virtue becomes both the journey and the destination. Living with integrity may not make you famous, but it will make you free. The Stoic does not chase validation because he already possesses something greater, the quiet confidence that comes from living according to truth. The Stoics often reminded themselves of a truth most people fear to face, that life is temporary. Memento mori, they said, remember you must die. This was not a call to sadness, but to awareness. Marcus Aurelius meditated daily on mortality, not to despair, but to live more wisely. When you remember that time is limited, you stop wasting it on trivial things, arguments, pride, or possessions. Death gives value to life, it sharpens focus, deepens gratitude, and reveals what truly matters. Every sunrise becomes a gift, every breath a chance to act with purpose. To the Stoic, awareness of death is the key to living fully. When you accept mortality, fear loses its hold, and peace begins. You no longer chase eternity, you create meaning in the present moment, knowing it is all that truly belongs to you. Beyond acceptance, the Stoics taught something even deeper, amor fati, to love one's fate. It means embracing everything that happens, not just enduring it, whether success or failure, joy or suffering, all are parts of the same design. Nietzsche later called this the highest form of strength, to say yes to life exactly as it is. For the Stoic, nothing is wasted, every event becomes an opportunity to practice virtue. When you stop wishing for life to be different, you begin to see perfection in imperfection. Epictetus said, "Don't seek for things to happen as you wish, but wish for them to happen as they do." Amor fati transforms hardship into gratitude, and loss into wisdom. To love fate is to align yourself with the rhythm of the universe, to walk with it, not against it, in complete harmony and peace. In the end, Stoicism is not just an ancient philosophy, it is a timeless manual for living with strength, clarity, and peace. It teaches that while we cannot control the world, we can always control the world within. Discipline gives us structure, reason gives us direction, and virtue gives us meaning. Every challenge becomes a lesson, every loss a teacher, and every day an opportunity to practice mastery over self. The Stoics did not seek a life free of pain, they sought a mind free of chaos. In a world ruled by distraction and desire, their wisdom reminds us to return to simplicity. To think clearly, act justly, and live intentionally. True power lies not in changing circumstances, but in transforming perception. And when you conquer your own mind, you conquer everything.